A bill to ban 50 cals and ammo. Yup, that's not all. You already own a 50 cal? There's something in there for you, as well as a way to sue gun companies in violation of existing law and more. This is a terrible bill, and the shocking thing is that the three people who have submitted this bill are from states you wouldn't expect this from. I'm going to look at the names here. I wrote them down. U.S. Representatives Joaquin Castro from Texas, Veronica Escobar from Texas, and Maxwell Frost from Florida have submitted this bill, and it is not good. We're going to talk about it. But first, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's the Sonoran Desert Institute. With more than 350 million firearms in the U.S., there's never been a better time to become a gunsmith. SDI offers online firearms technology education with hands-on labs and materials shipped right to your door. Course topics range from armorers classes to shooting sports management, ballistics, gunsmithing, even drone stuff, and much more. Get your education and turn your passion for firearms into a successful career. Visit sdi.edu/GNG. Links are down below and in the pinned comment to get started today. Thanks to SDI. Guys, you're going to want to watch this because I know it's funny. This bill comes literally 3 days after I decided I'm going to start saving and working towards a 50 caliber rifle. I want a Barrett. Well, if this goes through, there won't be one. Check it out. Here's the bill that was submitted. It's called the Stop Arming Cartels Act of 2024. Says, in general, Chapter 44 of Title 18 USC is amended in Section 922 by adding at the end the following. Rifles capable of firing 50 caliber ammunition. 1. In general, except as provided in paragraph 2, it shall be unlawful for any person to import, sell, manufacture, transfer, or possess in or affecting interstate or foreign commerce a rifle capable of firing 50 caliber ammunition. 2. Exceptions. Of course, doesn't stop the government from having them. So that's what that paragraph is there. But look at B. Grandfathered rifles. This is where people say, oh, I have one, I'll be good. Nope. Paragraph 1 shall not apply to the sale, transfer, or possession of any rifle otherwise lawfully possessed on or before the date of enactment of the Stop Arming Cartels Act of 2024. Okay, so people are saying, my gun's grandfathered. Well, check it out. Inclusion of certain rifles as firearms under the National Firearms Act. In general, Section 5845 Alpha of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 is amended by striking, quote, and 8, a destructive device, end quote, and inserting, quote, 8, a destructive device, and 9, a rifle, which is capable of firing 50 caliber ammunition and is lawfully possessed on or before the date of enactment of the Stop Arming Cartels Act of 2024. What does that mean? You have a 50 cal already? You have to register it under the NFA. Check it out. Effective date. In general, subject to subparagraph B, the amendments made by this subsection shall take effect on the date which is 12 months after the date of enactment of this act. Registrations, notwithstanding subparagraph A or any other provision of law, any person possessing a rifle which is capable of firing 50 caliber ammunition, which is not registered to such person in the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record, shall register each such rifle so possessed with the Secretary in such form and manner as the Secretary may require within the 12-month period immediately following the date of enactment of this act. No fee or tax shall be imposed with respect to any registration required under this subparagraph. So we're going to do you a solid, just like they tried to do with the pistol brace issue. We're not going to let you pay that tax. We're not going to charge you. We're just going to make you register them for free. Free tax stamp. Except as we learned during that whole fiasco, the ATF doesn't have the ability to make that tax disappear. Only the IRS does. Let's continue with more unconstitutional violations. Section 3, the exception to coverage under the Protection of Lawful Commerce and Arms Act. They're going to strike a whole bunch of stuff and then add number 3. An action brought against the manufacturer or seller that knowingly sells or transfers a qualified product or attempts or conspires to do so knowing or having reasonable cause to believe that the transaction is prohibited under Section 805C of the Foreign Narcotics Kingpin Designation Act. So without you having to look all that up, selling guns to known narcotics dealers is illegal. However, if this were to be passed into law, they would be able to sue the gun manufacturer for doing it, trying to sue them out of business in violation of the Protection of Lawful Commerce and Arms Act, the PLCAA. Let's go to Section 5 for more unconstitutional crap. Adding rifles to multiple firearm sale reporting requirements. Section 932 G3A of Title 18 U.S.C. is amended by striking pistols or revolvers or any combination of pistols and revolvers, and inserting pistols, revolvers, or rifles, or any combination of pistol, revolvers, and rifles. And that has to do when you go buy guns at your FFL, if you buy 2 pistols, I don't know if you knew this or not, they have to report that transaction to the ATF for multiple sales. They don't have to do that with rifles, but if this goes through, they will. Let's go to a quote from Mr. Joaquin Castro of Texas, U.S. representative, who is one of the 3 clowns who submitted this. He said, "When I speak to leaders in Latin America and the Caribbean, their number 1 request is for Congress to stop American weapons of war from falling into the hands of the gangs that are destabilizing their countries, especially in Mexico. Access to 50 caliber rifles has fundamentally altered the balance of power between criminal organizations and the government and allowed cartels to become virtually untouchable." Mexico's problem is Mexico's problem. The whole world hates that America has a Second Amendment. The whole world hates it. So why the hell should we give a flip of what Latin America or Mexico says about our rights? Who cares? We don't. I don't. Piss off, Castro. Clown. Well, let's go to another hack. Veronica Escobar of Texas. She said, "The gun laws championed by Republican legislators in this country make Americans less safe. The consequences don't just impact our communities, but they also impact our neighbors in Latin America and around the world. A refusal to act would mean continuing to arm transitional criminal organizations and cartels that purchase these weapons for illicit acts." Again, Mexico's frickin' problem is Mexico's frickin' problem. Grab them and shake them and stop being the little bitch-ass little brother to the South whining and crying, "Oh, your freedom's bad for us." Who the frick cares? Frustrating. Funny, these 2 Democrat hacks aren't saying anything about their king, Barack Hussein Obama, who through his DOJ and ATF, Eric Holder, they're the ones who ran these types of guns into Mexico. They're the ones who arm the cartels. So if you have a problem, go after your former president and maybe indict him a few dozen times. This is so frustrating. I just wanted you to be aware that this bill looks to ban 50 caliber rifles and ammunition. And if you have it before this goes into law, if it goes into law at all, well then you'd have to register them under the National Firearms Act. But we'll give you a free tax stamp. It also looks to allow gun manufacturers to be sued out of business in violation of the PLCAA, and of course the multiple rifle sale reporting so that ATF can come knock on your door to check on your multiple sales, a la Brian Malinowski, and try to maybe unalive you. Guys and gals, if you're into the Second Amendment, you love the Second Amendment, subscribe to this channel, that red button down below. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, just keeps you in the loop. Tells YouTube that this channel has valuable information. If you think that other people would like to see this video, like the video and share it so that others can see it. Appreciate y'all. You are your own first responder. Never forget it. Nobody in Mexico will be there to save your ass. Just you and your Second Amendment alone. Take care.